So we're gonna hit the record button now. So Miriam is going to chat with us about VIP groups because I believe you started your VIP group pretty early on, but you were really big. Give us like a little background, because I know you were really big with events, but then when this whole thing happened, I really feel like you kind of pivoted your business. So we would love for you to share.
Pivot. That's my favorite scene of my favorite TV show, Friends. It's like sometimes in life you have to pivot. So I've been a stylist for almost 20 months, almost 2 years. And I fell in love with Color Street immediately, just like most of us have. I was a customer for a long time before I joined. And when I did, I created my VIP group, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty slow start. And I remember when I hit my first 25 members and I was like, woohoo, 25. But I didn't really have the understanding of how to make it work. I think that conference last year was my aha moment when one of the guest speakers for the workshop said something that I didn't understand before, that your VIP group is living and breathing like a person. It has a character, it has personality, it has dynamic in it. There's just so much going on in it. So I started taking steps slowly to make it more of what I wanted it to be. And then once the pandemic hit, this whole entire thing just threw everything for a loop, right? I was doing a lot of vendor events, so my VIP group was a little bit secondary to my events. I was doing at least one event a weekend. So Saturday or Sunday, I was doing a big event around the community. And so I was spending most of my time doing that. And I was selling most of my inventory there. So I really focused on online sales in my VIP group mostly, and then in-person sales at my events. Once COVID-19 hit and I realized that no more events were going to happen, God knows until when, and I had over $4,000 of inventory because I was getting ready for really big events, I decided that I needed to really put into gear the things that I had been setting up slowly. I needed to really make it work now. So I think that the major things that I wrote down a little bit of notes that I want to share with you guys are 4. That I want to create content in my VIP group. For my VIPs, it doesn't necessarily have to be about anything else. I know that other stylists have different focuses like fitness or meditation or yoga or, Ray Dunn, the cups, I know that Julie Cruz does that a lot. Different passions. For me, Color Street is my passion. Outside of my home, my husband, my daughter, Color Street is it. This is my 9 to 5. This is my business. So I share about it. So that's how I create content. Engagement is super important. How am I going to get my VIPs to interact with me? And then grow. Obviously, I want my VIP group to grow and acquire more customers. And the last thing, and the most important one, to have fun. I want to have fun. So the way I started, I'm going to go through all of these things, and I'm going to try. I could talk about this subject, about this for days. I promise. I could sit here and just talk for days and be mind blown about how awesome it is. So I'm going to just go down what I kind of do, and then hopefully we'll have time to have some questions too, because I'm sure everyone will have questions. And disclaimer right off the bat, this is what I do. This is what works for me. You can tweak it, change it, and fix it to wherever you want it to be. This is what I do. So first of all, to create content, I decided to really be, to really focus on the days of the week. I wanted to make sure that on every single day of the week, I was doing something to create engagement and also to create content, because it is out of sight, out of mind. So if you're not in people's minds constantly, then people will just start forgetting. So I decided to be consistent. And on Mondays, I do Motivational Monday. Mondays are my hectic, super busy at home days. So I make it really simple. I just post something like, a pep rally kind of graphic saying you can do this, happy start of the week, something simple. I don't do Manny Mondays. A lot of people do Manny Mondays, and that creates some interaction when people share what they're wearing or what they're not wearing on their nails. But I have another way to do something like that. So I'll talk about that when I talk about engagement. So on Mondays, I do Motivational Mondays. On Tuesdays, I do Tip Tuesdays. And it is every single Tuesday. And yes, I do repeat myself. I do repost the same thing from before. And how I do that is, I don't know if everyone has the option of creating topics in their VIP group, but my VIP group, I can create topics. I think that's something that Facebook rolled out a while ago, and I don't know if they put it across to everyone. Do you know, Margaret?
Yeah, I think you were telling me about that. You were like, girl, you need to do topics every time you,
Yes.
that way people can find it easier,
yes.
right?
So when you post something, there's the 3 little buttons on the top, and that can allow you to edit the post, but it can also give you the option to create a topic. So what I do is I've created different topics. As I said, Motivational Mondays, Tip Tuesdays, Girls Night In. So there's different launch. I have topics like referral program. So if anyone is questioning, they want to know something, they can just click on the topics, and it's categorized on the right of my screen on my computer. And on the phone, I believe it is on the top part of the group. And that makes it easier for people to, it looks like this. I'm going to show you on my phone. It says topics. So then people can click on the topic and they can find every single post I've done on that topic. So I do repeat myself, but I also know that I have customers who are new members of the group. And so I share tips that are helpful when I'm applying Color Street. So when I am applying Color Street, I do certain things, and those are the tips that I've shared. Some I've found in the graphics groups. Some of them I've made graphics myself. I've taken pictures of the items I use, and I just post that with a little blurb of what is it that I'm trying to share with them. And as I said, I do kind of put that disclaimer sometimes. On Tuesdays, I'll say, I'm sorry, guys. Most of you already know, but for those who don't, here it is. Then on Wednesdays, and I can answer any questions that you guys have about the Tip Tuesday if there are questions at the end. And then on Wednesdays, I do something fun, something simple, because I'm gearing up to Thursday. And Thursday is my girls' night in night. And I've already set that and established that from almost the beginning. Girls' night in is Thursday night. Be there, have fun. And the way I do girls' night in is I post 4 or 5 games. I schedule them, which I do scheduling all the time for most of my posts in my VIP group, unless something comes up and I just want to share it in the moment. I schedule almost everything. So I create my posts, and for me in my VIP group, what has worked is not the very simple yes or no kind of games, like the this or that, do you like this nail style with this outfit or not? That kind of game for my VIPs has never worked. They just, I don't know if they don't like it. I don't know if they think it's boring or what it is. But what I do is more interactive. So I do like Battleship. That's one of their favorites. And I do like murder mystery, whodunit, pick 3 categories, and then I've already picked mine. Scrabble.
Miriam, do you find these on the graphics page, or like where would you find something like that?
A lot of them are in the graphics and in the Norma Clark graphics group. If you type in the top, guessing game or murder mystery, whodunit, a whole bunch of games will come up. A lot I've made too. For example, the Who Stole Tokyo Lights? And then you kind of just put columns of different nail sets, and then the suspect, the place or location, and the weapon. something like that. And then
Yeah.
you kind of just create it similar to what they already have in the graphics group, but I do my own just to give it a twist, just do my own, because that also creates content. When you do your own graphics, it helps with your visibility in Facebook, because that's a whole other subject, algorithms, and that's a whole different Oprah, and we could spend 20 hours on that because it's pretty crazy.
Right, but you know what, Miriam, though, what you could do is like you could look up the games, right? And then just go into Canva, create your own, but kind of use the content that's already made, but just create your
Yes.
own. I mean, how often, so when you do your girls' night in, is it, so it's one night, right? Do you
One
do it,
night.
so like a 1 hour type of thing?
Mine last a lot longer
Okay.
because, well, it depends. Some nights it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what happened. That's what it was like last week. I had 150 comments on one game in
Wow.
a matter of like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So some days it does last longer because it just depends on how fast people guess the game and the answer. Sometimes it's like 30 minutes and it's done. And then I just say, okay, that's enough. I post them, as I said, 4 or 5. And then, yes, the graphics, I use Pic Collage. It's one of my favorite graphics maker, and it's free. And I just make the different little pictures, whatever. And the Norma Clark group, that's where I get a lot of them too. If I can't find something, I'll just kind of repeat a game that is repeatable. Some of them, once they know the answer and they can look it up, and then I don't reuse it. But like a battleship, you can pick different squares. So if I've said three winners or 3 answers, pick a square, I could change it up the following week with 3 different squares. And the prizes I give out for my VIPs in that is just really simple, like clips and like a little nail care kit, sometimes earrings. It just depends on what I have, and that's what I give them. And it really creates excitement, and it creates a lot of interaction, and they love it. They look forward to it. Now I have 300 and something members, and they really, really look forward to the girls' night in night. They're very competitive, so they want to win, even if it's a piece of gum. They want to win. Like I could say, I'm just gonna give you a twosie, and they won, and they'll be like fighting over who's winning. And I'm amazed, because now that's when it takes time, but eventually you'll see that your group will have personality, and that's when the personality just kind of comes through, and you can tell what they like and what they don't like by their participation. What does that do? I don't offer points for the participation. They win items per game. Why? For me, I feel that if I would say you get 5 points for this and 10 points for that, and if you buy, you get more points, I feel like that is what my VIP group is about, selling. But that's what I know. I don't want my VIPs to feel that way. I want them to feel like they're there to just have fun and enjoy Color Street and share. So I don't give points for buying. I used to in the beginning, but then I realized that they wouldn't interact. No one would comment, because I think they were kind of just like, oh, I don't want to buy. And it was making them stand off. So I stopped doing that, and I found that they created so much more interaction. And what I want from the interaction is I want my algorithms and all those, Facebook things that are in the background to count. So it makes my group desirable. The more participation, the more times people comment on my posts, the more visible my group will be, and the more desirable it is, and the higher up in the rank of the amount of scrolls it takes for people to get to you will be. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, so you don't do a point system on your girls' night in.
No.
So how do you pick a winner? Is it like, do you just
Yeah, so like the battleship will have 3 squares that will win, and I will be very clear as to what each one will win. First prize, second prize, third prize. If someone, for example, there are images that have strips on them, like a flower, and it's made out of strips.
Yeah.
And then whoever can guess I put rules, I set rules like you can't try to guess twice in a row, allow everyone to participate. And then if you're close to the correct answer, I will give you a thumbs up. If you are pretty far away, I'll give you a thumbs down. And so that kind of creates like a gauge, and then people just start, you know, if I have an image with 99 strips, they'll just start commenting like crazy. And then I'm like, oh my God, can you please wait? Because they all want to win. So then I describe what the price will be when I post. I say, okay, your price will be, you know, a nail care kit. And that's what I will say that. And then someone will win it. Within 30 minutes, someone will win. And then I move on to the next game.
Okay.
So, and that creates, as I said, a lot of interaction and a lot of traffic. And I have seen a great increase in my sales because now I'm doing my sales in my VIP group because I'm not doing vendor events. So that leads to my Fridays. My Fridays are live sales. For the most part, I think in the last 6 months, I've only not done a sale twice. Once because I had been in the hospital, and the other time because I was on vacation. But other than that, this is my baby, this is my business. So I wanna make sure that when I'm gonna sell, I'm serious about it, and that's on Fridays. And so how I've done my live sales is I pick a certain amount of sets. Before COVID, I didn't do a lot of sales in my VIP group live. I would pick only 10 to 15 sets, and that's what I would showcase, and that was the only item those were the only sets that were on sale. My sale is buy 3, get 1 free, free shipping and free tax. So the benefit is that they're getting free shipping and free tax, right? Anyone, you guys can do whatever you want, whatever your sale is, you know, it's up to you. But I found that was the best thing for me. And when COVID-19 happened, I realized that I needed to up my game and increase the amount of sets that I was selling. Because my customers used to go to my events to see me. They used to, you know, drive to different cities to try to see me to buy product. So once this happened, then I said, you know what, I need to sell my product here. And I do have a lot of stock. And then when we started having the shortage of inventory, it became even a bigger reason. To me, customer service is very important. Whoever's going to come and buy from me can go and buy from another stylist. There's about 1,000 that live in like 3-mile radius from here, probably. I'm just guessing, but I'm sure there are plenty. So I want them to come to me because I'm giving them good customer service. So I personally stopped asking them to go onto the website to buy. I don't want them to get frustrated with shortages, with like all the things that were happening, the items were being taken out of the cart, or just whatever, no stock. I want them to be happy about the experience and about buying Color Street. So I keep inventory. I'm the one that goes out there and like it's Black Friday, I'm like shoving elbows everywhere and trying to get sets, right? I'm trading, I'm bartering, I'm like doing everything I can to keep my stock up. And so to me, it has become very important to do my live sales now. I do every Friday's a set, and I pick a certain amount. It could be anything between 35 and 55 sets. And I just showcase those sets. If they message me and say, do you have, you know, this other set that you didn't showcase? I will 99% of the time say, yes, you can have it as part of the buy 3, get 1 free. Why? Because a sale is a sale. You know, I want to sell my sets so that I can buy more inventory. And so what I do is I post graphics. I've started doing these like nail fee graphics with the sets together. I borrow nail fees from different nail fee groups, and then I just kind of put it together. I make sure that the person's, if they have a watermark or if they have their name on the picture, isn't covered. That's my way of being respectful to anyone who's posted a nail fee. Their name, their business name is on there, and then I just take a picture of the set. Say, I'm selling these 2 sets together because they go great as a you know, combo. Then I take a picture of it and I make a little graphic. It's simple, super simple graphic with the nail fee And, you know, it looks something like this. And then I post it on Friday. Everyone knows that on Fridays I'm going to share my inspiration for that day's sale. And they look forward to it. They look forward to seeing what other people are doing, what they're wearing on their nails. Since Thursday night has been so crazy and busy, and there's been so much interaction, Friday, I can see right away that so many people are seeing my post. Even if they're not liking it, even if they're not commenting, even if they're not participating at all, I can see how many eyes have seen it. And it's great because I can tell how much it's increased over time and being consistent. My sales, as I said, I offer buy 3 get 1 free. I have done a couple of other sales that have been bigger, like buy 4 get 2 free or buy 3 get 2 free. It just depends. I just did one last Friday because I'm trying to get rid of all of our fall outgoing retiring sets. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good sale. It was a really, really good sale. So I on average, I sell about $300 on Fridays, 350 or something like that every week. So it's worth it, the time and the effort. And then I just package it all out and send it out to them with a little thank you note. And I like that not only it makes them feel special, but now they're sharing what they're buying. So a lot of my VIPs are sharing, oh, you know, this is what I bought. I can't wait to wear it. And they'll post a picture of it. I haven't asked them to do this. This is what they're doing now on their own. And the other thing that I love is that they're interacting with each other. So now there are 2 things that I have going on all the time in my VIP group. One is a nail fee challenge, and it's a monthly, actually there's 3, sorry. One is the nail fee challenge, and they can post all their nail fees and they get extra entries. They get a free set. Whoever wins at the end of the month gets a free set. And they get extra entries if they tag me in on their personal profile, their stories, Instagram and Facebook. And what this has done is that it's basically as if I was having a post a party every time that they post a nail fee. Because then their friends will comment or family will say, oh my God, I love your nails. And I will kind of, you know, within a short interaction, I'll creep in there and be like, hey, I can send you a free sample, you know? And so I've had so many customers join my group because of that. And I've had so many new customers because of that. And the other thing I have going on all the time is a referral program. And this is how I grow my group. A referral program for me is when someone joins my groups, when you add a friend or a family or relative, and they buy their first buy 3 get 1 free pack, you get a free set. And it sounds like a lot. It does, I know. And I've had to send about 10, 15 sets at a time sometimes. But I'm okay with that because 1, I'm getting free sets from my party that I have going on all the time and that I'm buying under. And so I use those free sets for that. But 2, it's customer acquisition. I am acquiring new customers by giving away 1 set to the person that referred them. So what happens is that the person who was referred will see, ooh, I'm in love with Color Street now. I'm new. And this other person who referred me just got a set. I'm going to do the same. So they'll refer other people like that. I won't even have to ask them anymore. The minute they see, oh, and I make a big post of it. So-and-so, congrats. Thank you for referring so-and-so. She just placed her first buy 3 get 1 free order. You'll be getting a free set in the mail. And I go by my word. I send us the set right away. So they get it right away and then they're super happy. So that link between me saying that they're going to get the set, them getting it right away, and then posting about getting it because they just referred someone is such a good dynamic. And it creates, my group has grown so much because of that. I can't reach people in person right now, so I need to be able to reach them. And I treat my VIP group as if it was a party. It is an ongoing nail bar that never ends. I'm constantly refreshing my nail bar. I'm constantly changing the graphics and constantly sharing and interacting with my VIPs in that way. So that way they continuously grow my group too on their own. by getting the free referral. The other thing I do is I do top 10 contributors. You can find your top 10 contributors, and the way I find them is in my group. I click on the shield, that little, that little shield thing in the top. I can't call it anything else but shield. I click on there and it will give me the top 10 contributors right there. And it's a list that looks like this. And I work from my phone a lot because I'm super busy with my 6-year-old and husband and now puppy. So I can see who's in the top. And towards the end of the month, I'll be like, hey guys, so far, this is who's in the top. And I will be very specific about what gets you to that point. So likes, comments, sharing pictures, all that. And so because of that reason, and because they're so competitive, they've started to really interact with each other now and really comment on each other's posts. And if someone posts an selfie, they will comment and like it and love it and say things and cheer each other on. And that's a really great dynamic because it makes them want to be in the group. It makes it not spammy. It makes it just, I feel that creating content means that every single thing you post has a reason, a why. I do post personal stuff, and that's what I was going to get to next. Saturday and Sunday, I make it about family. I make it about something that I'm doing, or I make it about thank you. I thank them for being my friends, my customers, and for being in the group. I make it more lighthearted, but I do sometimes share struggles, like this whole homeschooling or learning from distance learning. I have shared my frustrations. I've been like, I don't even know how I'm going to do this. This is so hard, not only for my 6-year-old, but for me. And she's going to first grade. But I am careful to not have diarrhea of the mouth. I'm very careful to be tactful in what I'm saying. I want to share my personal stories, but I don't want them to cringe, right? I think the most personal story I've shared was that I was in the ER not long ago because I had an ovarian cyst rupture. And I was in so much pain. And the reason why I shared it was because I had to cancel my girls' night in games like 3/4 of the way. I said, I'm sorry, guys, I'm in extreme pain. I have to go. And so they were like, are you okay? And so that's where it started. And then the following day I said, okay, follow up, I'm going to let you guys know I'm okay, but this is what happened. And so there's not going to be a sale today. I'm really sorry. And so it has a relationship into why I'm posting, because I need them to know that there won't be any sale. I'm not just going to post random things just because I think people start getting like tired and like they just want to scroll. They just want to scroll. And when they want to scroll through, then you're losing your sales, because then you're not going to be in their mind. And I want them to know who I am. Why do they want to buy from me? They want to buy from me because they know I'm a stay-at-home mom, because they know that this is my source of income, because I give them customer service and all the other reasons I've been sharing.
So Miriam, do you think because I find this certain days of the week are better than others in my VIP group, because I think I do a Mani Monday, because I can't tell you how many people post their manicures. And then sometimes I'll say, all right, get an extra point if you tell me why you like Color Street or what has Color Street done for you. But my VIPs know that that's going to happen. And they know that my girls' night in is on Wednesdays. But that took a good period of time, a couple of months.
Yes.
For them, because I had to be consistent, and because I was consistent, then they consistently started to come. But you have to have that patience. As soon as you want to give up, push a little bit more, because then that's when you're going to see it.
I wanted to give up so many times. And I think that I'm not going to lie, there were times where I would just kind of just leave it in the back burner and just kind of not be consistent. And I could tell when I wasn't consistent, and then I would post about my sales, no one would buy. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it was because they just didn't care, they didn't want to buy, or because they weren't seeing my posts. So I think that being consistent is such an important thing. Whatever day of the week you pick, make it your day. I started on Wednesdays for Girls' Night In, but I was really busy on Wednesdays. So I don't remember why, but I think it was something to do with my daughter's school, ballet or something. So at that time I was really busy. So I decided to change it to Thursdays. And then Friday for sales, I decided that it would be Friday because people get paid on Friday. And people have spending money on Friday. By Monday, they've spent it all. When people see their paycheck on Friday, they're like, ooh. And I don't assume that because they've bought a set or 2 or 3 or 5 last week, they're not going to buy this week. I don't assume. I don't make the decision for them. I'm going to share my sale. I don't assume that because they bought on Friday and there's a launch on Tuesday that they're not going to buy from my pre-sale. I've actually made it easier for them. I've said, let's put a wish list, whoever wants the foundation set, for example. Whoever wants the MS foundation set, comment, and it will be part of the week when it arrives. It will be a part of that week's sale. To me, it's the same. I don't care if they buy it last week or next week. To me, it's the same. So that makes them feel like, okay, there's no pressure. It's okay. I don't have to pay you right this minute, but they will pay me. I've never had a problem with any of my customers paying me. They're really good customers. But
So
I think it's a give and take.
sorry, not to cut you off, but you said you do a live sale, but you post a nail fee with the set. Do you post that on Friday before the live sale?
Yes, I call it a sneak peek. I call it literally, and then I did a play on words, and I call it a strip tease, a sneak peek, and they all laughed, and so it's the ongoing joke in the group that it's a strip tease, it's a peek, and then after my live sale, I do share that I only have 1 or 2 of certain sets because I only have like 1 or 2 of certain items. So I will say, of this, during my live, I'll say, of this, I only have 1 or 2. Whoever claims it, and I do it very much like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched a paparazzi sale. They have numbers. Yes. I have my little trusty numbers that I laminated myself, but you don't need to laminate. I used to only have up to 22. And then when COVID hit, now I have up to 55. And I just made these like super simple, just on stock card, and I cut them up, and I just did with a Sharpie. And then I say, okay, this set, for example, I'll say, I have my 4 sets that I'm going to sell, and let's pretend they all kind of go together. Okay. They'll say these 2 work really well with each other. These 2 work with each other, and you can do all 4 also. You can do individual manis too. And then I'll say, okay, Oslo and Steady is number 1. And I'll line them up so that at the end, I know they can claim either by calling the name of the set or just the number. Some people just can't remember the name when I'm saying it, and I do speak very fast. It's my anxiety, and so I speak really fast. And so sometimes they'll say, okay, I really want those 2, the one with the bees and then the yellow one. And I know that they're talking about, Belgian Buttercup and BU. And so then I'll give number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way through where I'm done. And then when I'm done with that, I will post an album, and I label it live sale, the date, and I will put specific of the sale. I will say they're buy 3 get 1 free. Comment sold on the sets you want. Each set that I only have 1 or 2 of has a availability on under it, and that's what I put: available, 1 available, 2 available, whatever. And I use the graphics from the Norma Clark group again. It's the one where it has the set, it has a nail fee, it has, let me see if I can pull it up right now. It's this right here. And you can find them. I think Amber Ray is the author of these graphics, these amazing graphics. I think her name is Amber Ray. Amber Picks. So this is what I post in the album. I like.
Okay. So you don't post your picture that you did like the sneak peek from.
No, and they know that the sneak peek is just that.
Just that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can, but you know what? If you don't want to go through the graphics, you can technically just take pictures of the sets and say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
You can do that too. I have found it that my VIPs like to know the names of the sets. So even in the graphics, I'll write down, you know, Aspen Sky, Tiny and Shiny. And Facebook a lot lets you do this. When you post a picture, you can you can do graphic changes to the picture. Very little, but you can. So Oslo and Steady and BU or whatever, and then I post that. That's only for my sneak peek. Once I'm gonna do after my live, then I post the album, and they know to look for it.
Okay.
And they know what it looks like now, but it takes time. It's not right away. And if you want to make it, I'm sorry.
I said you've trained them.
Yeah, it takes time. It's like teaching. It takes time for kids to learn the process in school. It's the same thing with your VIPs. You kind of get them used to something. And once they get the hang of it, they'll be really solid and good, and they know what the dynamic is. But if you want to post pictures, the only thing I recommend is take really good pictures. Take true to color as possible, which is really hard with a lot of sets. Like, for example, Oslo and Steady is one of the hardest sets to take pictures of. Made in Milan is almost impossible.
Yeah.
There are different sets that are very hard to take pictures of, so that's why I like the graphics, because it takes away what color is that? Is it a purple? Is it a gray? So, for example, Berlin It to Win It. Some people think it's lavender, and it's not. It's gray. So I use the graphics for that specific reason. I have them saved on my phone in a folder, and then it makes it really easy for me to just upload all the pictures at once. I just click on all the ones that I know I'm selling that day, and it just uploads it.
Oops,
and I do put an expiration date on it. I put an expiration date of the following Thursday. So I do leave it open, because I find that a lot of people do end up buying on Monday or Tuesday. They didn't buy on Friday or Saturday, but it's Monday or Tuesday and they're buying. So that's what I've found that works. For launches, for example, my VIP group doesn't like surprises. I learned that the hard way last week. They don't like mystery. They like to know what they're buying. So I posted like a blurb of the 8-pack of the bundle, the fall bundle. I wanted to sell it all. And I posted like a blurb, graphic, and just buy by the name. I had 2 sets sold, right? And I said, pivot. I need to pivot. And the very next day, I said, I love you guys. I just realized you guys don't like surprises. So here it is. Here are the 8 sets I'm getting so far. This is all I know. And pick the one you want. And within maybe like 4 or 5 hours, they were all sold.
Yeah. So you're VIP. This is probably going to crap out on us, because it says we have less than a minute left. But if anybody has any questions, get in touch with Miriam. I'm sure she'd be happy to share.
Yes.
This was a ton of information.
So sorry, guys.
No, it was a ton of information. It was awesome. It was great. Yeah, the more information, the better.
You'll post the video, right? The recording.
Absolutely.
And if